Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. In today's video, I want to have a look at Solana. Now, Solana, a very popular crypto, ranked 8 on the market cap, 6th if you want to ignore stablecoins, which I often do. It's a very popular crypto, and its main sort of selling point is that it's high transaction speed. It's the quickest layer 1, I think, ever, I think, or in general. Now, don't quote me on that. There could be some, 1,000th market cap coin that has extremely high transaction speeds because it has 50 users daily, but that's neither here nor there. It's basically made a name for itself for being extremely fast, and where that's come at the sacrifice of security every now and then, with its frequent downtimes, where the blockchain literally just goes down because of software errors or attacks. Is another thing. But it's kind of moving fast and breaking things, and people can find this sort of technology good because they're actually learning a lot and they're taking risks, and they'll pave a way. Their high transaction speed will keep them around for a long time anyway, whatever happens, and they'll definitely be in this bull run because if you're a 8th highest market cap crypto, you're not just going to disappear unless you're like Terra Luna and you have a collapse because you're a Ponzi coin. But in my personal opinion, not that I've done a huge amount of research into Solana, it is a project that I've held for a while though, or I did hold a while ago. I don't hold it anymore, but it is a project that I do not believe to be a Ponzi coin. Just to get that out there. Moving to the price, we can see that currently we're sat just below $22. We've been kind of fluctuating around here for an hour or two. Obviously yesterday or earlier this morning, whatever way you want to look at it, the whole crypto space had a huge sell-off. Everything dropped like 10% from peak to trough. I was actually looking at my portfolio when I was when it happened, and I was really lucky. I shorted Rune and I made like 40% straight away. I'd had my short position open for a while, but it was very nice to see. It saved my portfolio from like completely collapsing. But so I was very fortunate in that situation. I also had quite a few short positions open, so they did very well. And I've only been doing short positions really for the last, I want to say this year anyway. I've only been doing short positions, and almost every single time I've come away with a profit. Whether that makes me a bear, definitely does, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it for much longer, to be honest with you. I think I've got another 6 months, 7 months where I can keep shorting coins efficiently before I have to actually start worrying whether we come back into some sort of bull run or consistently trending upwards. Anyway, Solana, $22. If we zoom out and go to the beginning of this year, we can see on its US dollar pair, it's currently doing very well from its yearly open, even if it has just had this big knockback onto its arse. Start of the year, it rocketed up. Solana has been one of those coins actually that basically through this bear market has held up decently and has rallied a lot. And even though it had a huge sell-off and zooming out, it's still nothing. It looks better than a lot of the other charts out there, like Cardano, for example, from its all-time high to its current, it just looks like a long flat line, like it's tending to zero. Whereas Solana has actually not been so dismal in the long term. And I think when we did our altcoin comparison video where we checked 5 or 6 big altcoins and see how they held up, Solana was one of the best bets below Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin being the best, but roughly the same. We can see that we've just sort of retested this 0.5 level at $22. $27 is where our last resistance was, and we wicked above it, but for not very long. And we found support at this $23.8 range, $24. And we've just broken below that pretty significantly, and now testing here. I do believe we're going to keep going down, to be honest with you. I think we're due for much more pain. There's often talk about a secondary scare for the Bitcoin and altcoin market, and I think that is basically it. And as we can see, this drop with Bitcoin, it's definitely signaling signaling that there's going to be more selling pressure from Bitcoin. Whenever you have a big drop like that, it very rarely with Bitcoin shoots straight back up. Now, it did recover very well, to be fair to Bitcoin. It dropped down to like, I think it was 24k, and now it's back up to 26.4k or whatever it is. I haven't looked in a few hours, but it bounced basically, but it had a huge sell-off. But whenever there's a huge sell-off like that, everybody, and I mean everybody, sees that and goes, okay, well, I better sell now, because someone's obviously just dumped their huge amount of coins on the market. They must know something I don't. Get out quick. And that's sort of the sentiment that happens. So I can definitely see over the next few days and weeks, we drop below on our Bitcoin pair. And if we go and take a look at our Solana Bitcoin pair, we can see that, again, it's just, it's gone down, basically. Beginning of this year, Solana outperformed Bitcoin for a while, for basically half a month. And ever since then, it's just gone down and basically gone back down to the level it was before. Now, again, it has climbed up, and Bitcoin basically dropped more than any other altcoin. It was a Bitcoin selling off. So as we can see, Solana sort of, hasn't been hit as badly on its Bitcoin pair. And also the Bitcoin dominance will often take knocks, where it'll just drop down a bit because of this, that, and whatever. But it will recover. I'll have a look at a Bitcoin dominance video. I'll see if that's maybe something people want. But it's very interesting to gauge how the market is doing using Bitcoin dominance. And currently Bitcoin dominance is still pretty high. So now after yesterday's drop, it's gone down a bit. But it still suggests that we're in a bear market and that Bitcoin is still your safest bet. And this sort of says the same thing. End of year sort of collapse. Everything fell on its Bitcoin pair. And, ever since literally the peak, Solana's peak in September of 2021, you're better off holding Bitcoin, because you would have just compared to Solana and compared to basically every single altcoin. And I mean, look, this has gone down. I like to visualize it like this, because often when I do these videos on altcoins, I'm like, oh, this altcoin, it's so low now. It looks really good. I wish I'd got some, or I should probably go buy some now. And I stop myself every single time, because I go, this asset has gone down 90%, okay? It's gone down 90% on its US dollar pair, okay? It's gone down 95%, currently 92% on its US dollar pair. That value has dropped even further on Bitcoin. So it's gone down another 90%. If I'd have held Bitcoin, I'd been, I wouldn't have lost 90% extra of what I would have. I would have 90%. I would have this. I wouldn't have had this extra tumble. So you've got 90% of 90% drop, which is a stupid amount to lose. So at least if you held Bitcoin, and if you're in Bitcoin, you're not having your Bitcoin profits cut by 90%. You're actually holding, even though your Bitcoin is going down, it went from 60k to whatever it is now, 26k. You're still doing much better than having Solana at, 140? 265 all the way down to 20 quid. You know what I mean? You're not at 1/10 of your original USD value. You'd be somewhere around here now instead of all the way down here. So again, if you're thinking about buying an altcoin, maybe hold off. I know in my last few videos I've been saying maybe now is a good time to sort of DCA into the altcoin market. Maybe it is. Ultimately, I think if you were to buy Bitcoin now, you'd see better returns than whatever alt you're thinking of. 9 alts out of 10. There will always be an alt that outperforms. Maybe Solana is that alt. But I still think there's more pain to come, and especially with this secondary scare, because we were getting to the point where if we got through September without some major sort of price action that was negative, I would say the secondary scare wouldn't have come this cycle. But it seems that it has sort of arrived, and more pain is due. So I would say altcoins, stay away from them. They're gonna have a beating basically these next few days, weeks, possibly months. I say until the end of the year, basically until about November time. It's going to be rough for them. If you're going to keep it in Bitcoin, not a financial advisor, not your dad, I don't know what you should do with your money. I have no clue what your circumstance is, but Bitcoin has tended to be the less worse option. And I mean, if you want to put it in US dollar, if you want to put it in USDT, USDC, whatever it is, there are risks involved with that as well. So don't just assume that because you've got it in dollar, you're not affected by anything. There's a chance these coins can collapse. If you do want to hold it in stable coins, diversify your stable coins, split it 25% across 4 different DAI, USDC, USDT, BUSD, whatever it is, Paxos dollar, split them up. That basically does it for this video. More pain due for Solana and basically every other altcoin. If you're going to have a crypto, put it in Bitcoin. If you're going to be smart, maybe move it into dollar. I don't know. Holding Bitcoin might not technically be a bad thing. Again, no crystal ball. We might have a huge rally and, be at 220 quid tomorrow. Couldn't tell you. But for me, I'm moving out of altcoins. Well, I haven't really moved into them, but, I'm making sure I have minimum exposure to them. And if I am involved with them, I'm basically shorting them. Anyway, thanks very much, guys. Appreciate you watching. Take care and peace.